word he used rather than tumour was lesion, so hopefully it's not very big. Now, chemotherapy works, and please, I repeat, I'm not a scientist, it is a series of drugs, and those drugs mess up the process by which cells divide and carry on. So every cell in your body has a finite life, and it lives and then it replicates, it divides, it turns into more cells. And cancer is when a normal cell in your body goes to replicate itself and something goes wrong. I was talking the last thing about the little bonds between genes. Some of those break because they're not very strong, they may be old and fragile, and you get a cell that's not quite right, and it breaks in such a way that it replicates much quicker than the healthy cells. And chemotherapy is a drug which interferes with cells replicating. It stops them doing that. Now, it does that to all cells, not just the cancer cells, which is why when you have got chemotherapy you become quite ill, because all of your body, not just the cancer, is affected. They try to target it as much as they can, and it's reasonably good, but it's nowhere near 100%. You end up feeling like shit. Now, the way that it works is because cancer cells divide and replicate much more quickly than healthy cells, the drug will stop them renewing themselves and growing as well as the ordinary cells. But because they do it much more quickly, the idea is that the cancer cells who are living on double time will die, whereas the ordinary cells will feel really ill and slow right down, but won't actually die. So you give chemo for a length of time, hoping that the cancer dies off, and then you stop, and your hope is, and it's always a hope, that the cancer has died and the normal cells, which are at that point just very unwell, will gradually pick up speed and start replacing themselves. And that's why they do chemotherapy in cycles, to give the normal healthy cells a chance to come back. So what they're going to hope is that the lesion in my bowel will be killed off by the chemo and obviously flushed away in my bowel with other bodily waste, with dead cells, and the healthy cells will colonise that patch and take over. The reason that chemotherapy is not 100% because it only takes one cancer cell to carry on dividing, but cell division doesn't happen. It's not something, you don't go to bed with one cancer cell and wake up with a tumour. So it's a steady process. It's quicker than ordinary cells, but we all know from how some body parts take a long time to heal. It can take a while, but that's the general speaking. The idea of it is that you just kill it off, kill individual cells within that lesion more quickly than the healthy ones, and they die and fuck off. We shall find out, won't we?